what is up? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Gabby. I'm super excited for today's video because I'm sharing with you baby names I love but I won't be using. I love watching these videos on YouTube. I think they are so fun just to see what people's like name vibes are and to see if you can actually guess the real name that I'm going to be using. We're not gonna reveal it until the baby is here and he is born, so you'll have to sit tight and wait for that full name reveal. But I wanted to share some of the names that we loved or I loved but we won't be using because it's just not quite the right fit or the right feel for this baby. And by all means, if you named your child this, I'm not hating on the name, or if this is your name, not hating on the name. I do love it. We're just not gonna go with it for this baby. It is a boy, so I'm going to be sharing some of the girl names that obviously we're not going to be using, and then some boy names that we just didn't choose. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. I feel like girl names were so much easier to come up with. I don't know why. Boy names were just so hard. So when we found out we were having a boy, I was a little bit concerned. Not concerned, but like I panicked a little bit because we had like a very set girl's name that we loved and wanted to use and knew it was like the right name for us. But obviously it's a boy, so we're not going to use it. I am going to keep that one on my short list for future babies. Potentially, if we do end up having a girl, I still really want to use that name. And I feel like we had a boy's name picked, but then once we found out we were pregnant, we just weren't going to use it because it's already been taken by another family member. So that just like set me kind of on a little bit of a panic because I was like, set on that name. Let's start out with girls' names then, and we'll do like 5 of each just to kind of keep this video in a certain amount of time. And I still want to keep some names on my list for future children. Okay, so the first name I have on here that we wouldn't use for a girl and probably won't use for like future babies, but the first one is Sophia. I absolutely love this name. I think it's beautiful and graceful, but it is also super popular. I know it's like ranking, I think, in the top 10 of baby names right now, so it would be very, very common. And I didn't want a super common name for my child just because, I don't know, I feel like it's hard to then like distinguish if you have like Sophia, you know, A, B, and C in one class, then it's just a lot. So I probably wouldn't go with like a super popular name that's like top 10 or even top like 50. I feel like it's just like too common. So I still love that name, but I probably wouldn't use it. The second name I have on here is Brielle. I still love this name, but my full name is actually Gabrielle, so it would be like G-A-B-R-I-E-L-L-E, and I would spell Brielle like B-R-I-E-L-L-E, so it's basically like a shortened version of my name. I wish that was my nickname, honestly, besides Gabby. Is why wouldn't we go with Brielle instead? Because I think that's like so much prettier. I don't really see myself as a Brielle at this point, but I feel like that would also be a cute shortened nickname for Gabrielle. It's just like Brielle, but I would just name my baby Brielle, but it's way too close to my actual full name. So sadly, I won't be able to use it because I think that would just be kind of weird if it's like a shortened version of your actual name. It's kind of like the junior thing. I don't really love. It's like Carl Jr. or Xavier the second kind of thing. Not my vibe, and I feel like that kind of falls on the same line. Fortunately, Brielle will be out for all future babies. The next one I have on here is Kinsley. I think it is popular. Like, it's climbing on popularity. A lot of people like Kinsley. I think it's really pretty and, you know, a little bit more unique, but like, again, it's becoming trendy, so now it's becoming like popular and common. So I feel like for that reason, I probably wouldn't go with Kinsley, but I think it's a really cute name and it would be like good from, you know, baby. It's like a cute baby name, but it's also like a cute adult-ish name that, you know, could follow through the child's whole life and not be like, you know, only cute as a baby's name, because I know that's like a real thing. The next one on here I have is Delilah. I absolutely love Delilah. I think it's, again, super pretty, feminine, very, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't know if I have like a theme for names. Let me know down below if you think there's like a pattern or a theme here. I just kind of like pick them because they sound really nice. But again, I feel like it's getting a little bit common and it just doesn't like, I don't know, I don't see like my child being a Delilah, but I really like the name Delilah. It's just like so pretty. And I feel like there's not too many of Delilahs around right now, but maybe it's becoming a more popular name. And the last one I have on here is Ophelia. Again, I don't really see myself like having a child named Ophelia, but I love the name itself. Like I can admire it, but I don't know, see a connection with the name. And I just feel like, I don't know, I can't picture myself being like, oh, Ophelia, can you go and do this? Or Ophelia has whatever dance or something to, like, I don't know, it just like doesn't sound right. And like in our family dynamic, it just like, it would be so out there. I feel like Ophelia is one that we would not be using, but I still really love the name. I think it's so pretty. But that would be all the girls' names that I loved, but I don't think we'll be using for any future babies, and obviously not this baby because it is a boy, and those are definitely more feminine names, although I know a lot more like gender neutral names are becoming more popular. But let's move on to the boys' names that I picked out that we are not gonna go with because either I got vetoed on it or I vetoed Damon's. So I feel like boys' names were a lot harder to come up with, but I still have like quite a few that I didn't want to go with. I feel like it's easier to say what I don't want to go with versus what we did want to go with. So the first one here is Anthony James, and we would be hyphenating Anthony James as like a first name, maybe not doing like a middle name with that one, but both of those are our family names. And I know pretty much everyone in my family, and if they're watching this video, are probably going to be heartbroken and shocked that we are not going with our family names for this baby. And that is because my cousin did name her third child. His middle name is Anthony James, so I just feel like it's kind of close, and they would be like close in age and we're close with them. So I just feel like it would be weird, like yes, you could still technically like name the baby that, and the baby doesn't go by Anthony James, like that's the middle name, so it wouldn't be like the same, but Anthony James would be shortened to AJ for the nickname, and I just love that because I feel like it was short, it was cute, and still honored both of our family names. We did want to honor, like we did want to use a family name in each a boy or a girl, and I think we found a way to do that with the name that we've chosen, but it's just not like the typical like big family name that everyone's kind of banking on us using. So a little heartbroken with that because we were like pretty set on Anthony James / AJ as a little baby's name, but the way the cards fell, I just like didn't want to use it, them kind of being closer in age and like us being close with the cousin. I just felt like it's like too soon, so maybe we'll use it down the road with another baby, honoring that in some way, but unfortunately with this one it got vetoed. The next one I have on here is Alston. I feel like this is like a really cute baby name. I don't know how well it would fare as like an adult name, but again, I just don't really see my child being an Alston. I don't know, it's like cute and I can admire it and I like it, but I just don't see it being like in our family dynamic and like having a kid and like calling it that. So that is the next name that we're not going to be using. Okay, the next one on here that we will not be using is the name Kyler. Again, I think it's like a really cute name, but I don't know, didn't feel right. Damon did not like it, so I definitely got vetoed on that, but I feel like Kyler, again, is one of those names I can really like appreciate for someone else's kid or like meeting somebody, but I just don't like picture it as like having a Kyler. The next one on here is Coda. I kind of feel like this is more of a now pet's name than like a human's name, so that's kind of the reason it's deterring me. Like I feel like that's a really good like dog's name or something is Coda, and I spell it like Koda, and I feel like it's definitely a little bit more like hipster granola-esque, which is like not really my vibe, so another reason why I wouldn't go with it. But I feel like again it's something that I like for, you know, other people, and it's something that I like as a name, but I wouldn't necessarily use it as my baby's name. The next one on here, again, more like granola, hipster, bohemian, is Wilder. And I don't know, I feel like that's not like a hugely popular name, but also is like climbing in the unique category, so I don't know, maybe it is common. Again, not really my vibe, not really my style. I like it, but I don't think I would use it for a baby for this one or for future babies, so I still like Wilder, but it's not really like my vibe. The next name I have here that we will not be using is the name Luca. Again, I absolutely love this. I kind of got it from when Aspen Ovard, if you guys watch her channel, she has like a store called Luca and Gray, and I think Luca is just like such a nice like boy's name. But again, I feel like that one's also becoming very popular, and I don't know, people just call him Luke, and I don't really love just Luke, so it definitely have to be like Luca. But I also feel like it kind of can be like one of those gender neutral names where it might be a little bit more feminine, and if I'm like having a boy's name, I definitely want it to be like more of like a boy, so that I don't know, if someone sees the name on like a piece of paper, they're like, oh, is this a boy or a girl? Like I just want them to know it's like, oh, that's like a boy's name. So I don't know, Luca I like, and I like the sound of it. I like that it's short, but I don't know, maybe not the right fit for me. Definitely more on that like a trendier side. I don't know how well, like it's a really cute baby name, but I don't know how well it would fare throughout, you know, your teenage years and like your early 20s being named Luca or even like in an adult. Yeah, that's technically 5 of the boys' names. I know I said I'd only give 5, but I'm gonna give a couple more just because I feel like I have like way more boys' names that I like vetoed and said no, and will be like a definite no for future babies. So the next one I have here is Finley. I definitely think like Finley, super cute, but again, Finn I feel like is becoming very popular, and it's just like not, I don't know, not something that I was like vibing with. I think it's cute and I like it, but again, I don't know, it's just like not the right fit, and I don't see myself having a Finley, but I love that name for like other baby boys. And the last one on here is Asher. More of that, I feel like, yeah, these like boy names are definitely more on the like bohemian, trendy, unique, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to describe it. If you have like a better descriptive word for it, leave it down below. But again, more on that like trendier, unique side. It's just not something like I love, like I could like see myself having like a little baby Asher. I don't know if that's just me, but I absolutely love the name otherwise. Like I think it's really cool. The school that I worked at one time had a few Ashers, and they were like all really nice kids. So I feel like it's a safe name. I know my mom works at a school too, so she will have some opinions on names, on what to go with and what not to go with. But I feel like the name that we have actually chosen is more on the unique side. On all the baby forums that I'm on, it is not very popular. Not a lot of people have picked it, so that makes me super excited as well. It's not like an uncommon name. It's not something super out there, but I guess it's just not like a popular trendy name either. Like it's a good mix. So very excited to actually share the name with you once the baby is here. I definitely have some more names than this like on my short list, but I'm going to be keeping those ones to myself for a little while longer, just in case we want to use them for another baby down the road. I don't know, I feel like we're pretty set on this one's name. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you don't have to decide until like the baby's here, and you know, maybe once he's here, you'll just like, the name will just like fit. But I don't know, I feel like I'm not really that kind of a person. I'm very like type A, like to plan, like to have things in place. I also want to get like one of those little name signs done up and like for the baby's first photos. So I kind of can't really wait till it's here. Plus, like when you see like a newborn baby, I just feel like they kind of all look the same. Like they just look like a newborn baby. So I don't really know if like once it's here and you like hold it, if it's gonna really change the, I don't know, name of the baby. But like I said, boys' names were kind of hard to come up with. So I feel like we are pretty set on this one, and I don't think we're going to change it. But that is going to be all of the names that I am going to share with you for this video. So if you're thinking these names, I guess you can cross them off of your list now, and you can leave me a suggestion on other baby names or what you think it might be down below in the comments. If you made it to the end of this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss when I actually post the reveal of the name when the baby is here, and hit that notification bell so you are notified when I do post new videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!